Welcome to the Remarkable Opportunities podcast, where we uncover the infinite possibilities of life. Join me, your host Alex Manhart, as I share my insights and perspectives on positivity, success, and self-development. Together we explore inspiring stories from experts across various industries. Be sure to tune in and discover the potential of life together.
Con te partirò, paesi che non ho mai veduto e vissuto con te, io con te.
Dear Adam, thank you for this beautiful introduction to today's interview. First and foremost, I would like to know how you got into singing.
Thank you also for being here. Well, I was actually, my mother told me that already from like very young age. I don't know. I don't remember everything from the childhood, but I know that when I was 6 years old, I started to sing with accordion at music school. My mother was teaching there in a small city in Slovakia called Skalica. And I was singing first folk, like folklore. then I got into Wiener Knaben. It was very unexpected because I wanted to stop with singing because I had really strict teacher. And then this opportunity came to my life to sing in one of the best children choirs, like for boys. And yeah, that was the beginning. Then I came, unfortunately, after half year back because it was too expensive for my family to pay. So I came back to the normal primary school, and it was difficult. Yeah, I was also bullied because I was too different than the kids. Then I sang with a rock band when I was about 15. Then I sang pop. I was also in the talent show in Slovakia. This is like the beginning, but I don't know how long. So, but I was still studying at different high school actually. I didn't start study at music high school. I studied agriculture or something with agriculture, but my like main teacher, my main class teacher, found out. Somebody told her that I can sing, and she told me, "Okay, you will sing at this big school opening party, like immatriculation, or like if you are first year in high school, then the whole school is there." And so I sang there, and from that time they were calling me to sing at every single event, like school event. So I decided after some time that maybe it would be wise to study music, like on a conservatory.
So you continued studying music?
Yeah. Then I changed. I went to conservatory in Bratislava. Actually, before also in other cities. One other city, Nitra. It was private. Then after half year in Bratislava, and yeah, that was very nice times. Like at conservatory, I made the best friends, and yeah, it was also very good there because my very good friends were composers, like contemporary composers, and I sang also there. They composed for me like some songs. Yeah, so it was very creative environment. Yeah, then I went to University of Arts in Bratislava, and yeah, I was 5 years there. And the last year, I got into opera studio in Slovak National Theatre. It was the first year of opera studio there. They just started, and also in the same time, COVID started after a while. So yeah, it was a little bit. We did mostly online concerts, and then we did one production of Dido and Ineas from Henri Purcell. Yeah. So I sang the main role there, and but then it unfortunately ended, and with together with it also my ended like kind of until now my from the most part my singing in Slovakia because I have moved to Vienna to study with a different teacher again.
How was it to sing at the Wiener Sängerknaben?
Ooh, I think it was very hard work for young boys. It's I think difficult. Also, I absolved one world tour with there. Yeah, we were in Ireland, Cyprus. They also went to China, but my mother was afraid to let me go there because there was some disease. I don't remember so much the rehearsals. Now I'm also singing with choirs, Konzertvereinigung Wiener Staatsoperchor in Salzburg, and I sang in Volksopera, and it's pretty similar. The choir rehearsals, I think, are like you are learning the repertoire to sing, and but at the time, first time I discovered Wiener Schnitzelsemmel actually when I was 10, and I don't know why. Maybe I really like to eat, and but that was the strongest memory from the times, and that we played football also with the boys there and Nintendo. Yeah, I really missed the normal childhood. The boys have to be already professional when they are 10 years old, so it's a little bit difficult, I think. But a great experience also for them. They learn very good sight reading, intonation, and all these things. And when they sing with their falsetto voices, kids, boys, they sing before mutation. They have this falsetto voice, and I believe that thanks to these times that I sang when I was young as a boy a lot, I still have this range very good developed naturally. So I could do contratenor if I would want to also, like different voice type.
How high can you go?
I don't know, G's, like very high. I can sing Dream On, for example, from Aerosmith, the very highest tone there. I don't know. You can check it afterwards. But no, this is I think Georgis.
And how important is it, in your opinion, to continuously work on your artist development and expand your skills?
It's very, very important because I choose this path. And I just feel good when I do progress because I got talent and I want to develop it. I'm sometimes a little bit lazy, so I have to work on my willpower to have really
the discipline.
Yeah, the discipline. Yeah.
And how do you practice your singing?
I try to warm up the voice every day, so I keep it in shape, and well, I found out that for me more important is mental practice. For example, because I have the habit, as many singers have, I think, believe, to practice with the full voice all the time. And that's just not good because the voice needs to be fresh. When I go to sing, it needs to be fresh. I like to practice mostly like recently with my mental imaginations and also trying to imagine also what will my body do, like technically when I sing this. Okay. And the sound also.
And what is your personal goal?
Well, good question. Yeah, of course. As when I was a bit younger, I wanted to do like world opera career, but I'm not so sure about it anymore because I think it takes a lot of energy really, and I think it's very stressful. Some people can do it, but I want to live my life not only stressed but also comfortable. It may be that the world famous opera singers can find also the comfort in it. I'm not saying no. But now my goal is to sing a beautiful opera repertoire in theater somewhere. It doesn't have to be big theater. in the beginning, and I would like to also do concerts. And also my dream is to combine some genres, maybe pop, opera, and maybe also rock. But this is only a dream. I don't have many ideas about this yet. But I would like to sing, to have pleasure from singing in front of people, to make people happy. So this is my goal now, and to make decent living from it. I don't need to be super rich.
So I think that's a beautiful dream.
Yeah.
And there has been a concert where they combined classical music with drum and bass.
Opera with drum and bass.
No, classical music with drum and bass.
Ah, yeah.
And it was a really highlight, and the
Yeah,
people
yeah.
were amazed by it. And I think if you want to combine those things, it would be amazing.
I also like drum and bass actually. I also like
No,
electronic
I
music.
mean rock, for example, with classical music
Yeah,
or something like that.
I just have to meditate on this. Maybe it will come to me some ideas.
And what are the challenges in the industry?
Well, there are many challenges. In my case, for example, now I need to create some contacts as well here because I wasn't studying here at the university. So I had some contacts in Bratislava, but I'm not living there anymore, and it's very hard to get some place in the theater in Bratislava. I mean, I will go to make audition to another opera in Slovakia, State Opera in Košice. They are more open now to give chances to young singers also. But the challenge is, yeah, I'm saying this because the contacts. I think the young singers needs to have somebody who will help him to get a chance to sing in the theater. So this, then there is big competition also. So one needs to sing really good and also have learned the repertoire.
And what do you say? Is it to believe in oneself to become successful?
Yeah, that is very, very, very important. That's why I believe that teachers really need to motivate the students and give them the freedom to express themselves, and explain them also the technique in the way that they will be able to help themselves. Maybe they are not with the teacher, sometimes it can happen.
And what role does the support of your family and friends play in your success as a singer?
I think they are supporting me, everybody, my family, my friends. They're very supportive. Many times people maybe see more my potential than me myself.
And you've had many or very good mentors who helped you during your career.
Yeah, sure. I had, but I was changing 2 times actually technique, my vocal technique. I had 3 different teachers, and I took something from all of them. Now I currently have a teacher here, and I think it's like gradually developing. I am understanding it more, but really it's the process for the whole life. I mean, many singers, when they start in theater already, in the past it was like that. In small theaters, the singers were not complete at all, like complete artists. They were developing there. So I think the most important, if one wants to sing opera in opera theaters, is to have the chance to sing there. And the mentors are playing huge role. But I'm teaching myself also, and it can be also challenging to teach.
How?
Well, everybody's different, and the teacher has to look at the student not only as a voice, but as a human being, because singing is the voice is part of your body, so every mood is affecting your energy levels. It's affecting the voice, and everybody has different also mental maybe blocks.
And what platforms and opportunities do you utilize to make your message as a musician accessible?
Yeah. This year, my goal was to make recordings with a pianist, and I made some. Yeah, also in my teacher studio. She has a studio in Vienna, and yeah, we have sometimes concerts there also, and I have some videos from there. And I was working with some pianists, but the pianists also, they have usually they need also money to work to live from something, and they're very busy usually. So if I need to pay also for the pianists sometimes, but I think it's worth it. Yeah. And the platforms I put it on you. I have videos on YouTube, but this summer actually I will do also some pop opera videos, and I will share it also because that's the main source of my income actually for many years. And there are no recordings aside from the I sang like the most concerts in my life were with pop opera for sure.
And what is your name that people can find you?
Adam Nadler. At YouTube, I have only classical repertoire recordings from opera and songs. But I created a new channel for pop opera for like basking. Yeah, I sing on the street also in Vienna, and I want to also make it more because many people really like what I'm doing. And from the beginning it was a little bit I was maybe a little bit ashamed of it because the general idea is that you know about the singers who sing on the street that like they cannot sing or something, but I think I do it in a different way. I do like street concerts.
Is it now a challenge for you, like getting out of your comfort zone?
Yes, yesterday I sang new. Now I have new repertoire also. And if I sing a new song outside, like yesterday I was really I felt after a long time stage fright singing outside. I sang a perfect symphony from Ed Sheeran first time yesterday. And yeah, it went good, but yeah,
So you don't have any.
usually not. Usually not because I believe that if you sing a repertoire for many times in front of people, I think the stage fright will be gone. But I remember first time, yes, I had. I think in general the repetition is if you are stepping out of your comfort zone in a certain area for many times, you reach some point when you don't have fear anymore.
So you're staying authentic.
Yeah, that's my goal.
How do you balance the artistic creativity with the commercial aspect of the music industry?
With pop opera, I'm combining it. I'm singing very famous songs, but I'm trying to do it in my way, put my feelings there because, I'm living from it and the people want to hear what they know. But also my goal for future, if I would stay with this, it's to do something new, which they don't know, maybe combine, the genres. And so it would be also very interesting. And I think in this, there would be more chance to get viral, for example, or like more well known because many different pop opera artists already sang these songs, which I'm singing most of them.
And how important is it for yourself to get famous or known?
Well, it's not important for me, I think, to get famous. Only it helps. If I would be famous, it would help me a lot to have you know, that the people would come to my concerts.
So it's more about the positivity that you're bringing with you when you're singing.
No, it's about the market. If you are famous, you can have concerts.
No, I mean, for you, it's important to have this positivity and give it to the people, like with your singing.
Of course, it's important. Yes. Sometimes, when I sing, people are crying. There or they're really, I really, because it's something unusual. I think they don't expect to hear uh this quality of singing at street usually. So yeah, it's of course I do it for the people, but I do it also for myself. I also want to. Yeah, I would like to also do concerts with this repertoire for even more people.
That's very beautiful. And I'm happy that you are taking the chance and sing on the streets and make life for people a bit more beautiful,
Yeah,
I'd say.
the only thing here in Vienna is recently it's a bit tricky with the laws here because even though it's beautiful and the audience loves it, the police they have they're stopping me sometimes because I don't have a permission for that certain time and day, for example. The system here works that every street musician has equal rights, kind of. They get two good times, for example, in a month, and it doesn't matter if you play like if you are a total beginner amateur and you cannot even play, you still get the place. And if I would follow also only the rules, I can sing two times, for example, in 1 month only. And sometimes it's raining, or sometimes there are protests or something. So I think they could a little bit change the system here, so they would give more chance to like somebody who is really pleasing the people, who are like is making really better day. There are many talented street musicians in Vienna, I think, but there are also some that shouldn't be there.
And what has been your most fulfilling experience for so far?
Wow, this is a difficult question. I mean, I cannot say the most fulfilling. I'm I'm fulfilled when I reach some goal which I have. So, for example, very nice moment, even if it was challenging. In September, I won a competition in Riga, international singing competition, and it made me really, really happy because it was a step forward, Or when I was first time at Salzburg Festspiele, also second time was nice, but first time was, everything was new. I sang with the world best singers and huge productions. It was also amazing, especially the concerts there with Riccardo Muti, for example. So we're famous dirigent, conductor. So I like also being a part of the choir, but I want to use this time now to sing more solo because I think in the future I can, if the solo career wouldn't work, I could still do this. So now is the time, for this. And I'm looking for more fulfilling experiences. I don't believe there is one. There are still more coming.
I mean, you already mentioned the Salzburger Festspiele. Were
Yeah.
there other things you can tell me?
Well, also, so when I performed in Slovak National Theater, the role, it was also very important experience for me and good experience. I was planning to do more competitions and auditions this year, but there is still the question of money. I have to also pay for everything here, living, and that's why it's a little bit holding me back.
You have to pay for the audition.
For everything, you have to pay for audition, for singing lessons, for piano rehearsals, for traveling, for auditions. Yeah, too. Sometimes it's 200 euro just to sing for the company.
Okay.
Yeah, or yeah, competitions as well, because accommodation. There are some organizations like my very good friend. She's a singer. She got into organization and they paid for her travelings to the auditions, for entrance fees and everything. But she was studying at the university in Leeds in Austria. The system here is made. They are helping for to students who are studying at official universities here. It's like this system. So I don't have so much help from organizations here, actually. And my goal is to get into some agency, like artist agency.
What would you say is the biggest challenge to build a network?
Well, the biggest challenge is to organize everything in myself, I think. Because I am living only from singing for many years. It's not usual also for singers who are on the beginning. So I need to combine to balance, to also make living with singing and also have go for the competitions, auditions, and have the kind of keep the quality, the level every time. So this is the most challenging for me, I think. And also you need a lot of luck also. And I have a couple more years to do the competitions. They are usually until 32, 33, the big competitions.
And what brings you the most joy in your work?
When I sing with ease and pleasure and when it moves the people.
Well, then I would stop the recording now.
Okay.
And we will make a second part, how your mindset works to stay strong and be a good singer. Listen to the second episode. All the best, your Alex. This was a new episode of the Remarkable Opportunities podcast. I hope you got a lot out of it and can use some tips and tricks in your everyday life. Support me by subscribing, liking, and or leaving a comment. Your feedback is very welcome and helps me to spread the message of positivity, success, personal development, and possibilities of life even further. I look forward to having you join me for the next episode. Until then, never stop pursuing your dreams. All the best, your Alex.